Have you ever noticed that your morning coffee doesn't feel quite the same as it did 20 or 30 years ago? That's because after the age of 60, your body begins to respond differently to everyday habits, including coffee. And here's the surprising part. It's not just about the caffeine anymore. For many older adults, that first warm cup represents comfort, routine, and a peaceful start to the day. But when prepared the right way and enjoyed in moderation, coffee can become much more than a comforting ritual. It may support focus, encourage mental alertness, and even provide natural compounds that help protect the body from everyday wear and tear.
The key is knowing how, when, and how much to drink. Small adjustments can make a meaningful difference, especially if you're managing blood pressure, blood sugar, or taking medications. That's why this isn't about drinking more coffee. It's about drinking it smarter. In today's video, we'll separate myths from facts, explore what science really says, and uncover simple habits that may help you enjoy your daily coffee more safely after 60. But before we go any further, there's one important safety note every senior should hear, especially if you're thinking about adding cloves to your coffee.
Before we go any further, there's one important thing you should know. The information in this video is based on current health research and is meant for educational purposes only. It should never replace advice from your doctor or healthcare provider. If you have heart disease, uncontrolled high blood pressure, kidney disease, stomach ulcers, are taking blood thinners such as warfarin, or have been advised to limit caffeine, please speak with your doctor before adding cloves or making major changes to your coffee routine. A small change can make a big difference, especially after the age of 60.
Now that we've covered the safety side, let's explore something many people don't realize. Coffee is far more than just caffeine. Hidden inside every cup are powerful natural compounds that scientists have been studying for decades, and their benefits may surprise you. Many people still believe coffee is nothing more than a quick caffeine boost, but the truth is, that's only a small part of the story. Scientists have discovered that a simple cup of coffee contains hundreds of natural plant compounds, including powerful antioxidants known as polyphenols. These compounds help protect your body's cells from everyday damage caused by aging and oxidative stress. As we grow older, our bodies naturally become less efficient at repairing that damage. That's one reason researchers have spent years studying coffee and healthy aging. While coffee isn't a miracle drink, moderate consumption has been associated with several positive health outcomes in many adults when it fits their overall lifestyle and medical needs.
Think of your morning coffee as more than just a wake-up routine. When enjoyed in the right amount, without excessive sugar or heavy cream, it can be part of a balanced daily habit. What's important is the overall pattern of healthy living, not coffee alone. Of course, adding large amounts of sweet syrups or drinking multiple oversized cups throughout the day can outweigh those potential benefits. Balance is what matters most. And here's something even more interesting. Researchers have also explored whether coffee may play a role in helping the body manage blood sugar, an issue that becomes increasingly important for many adults after the age of 60. Let's take a closer look at what the evidence suggests. So, can your daily cup of coffee actually influence blood sugar levels? The answer is more nuanced than most people think, and understanding the difference could help you make smarter choices every morning.
Now, let's talk about one of the biggest questions many older adults ask. Can coffee help with blood sugar? The answer isn't a simple yes or no. Research suggests that regular, moderate coffee consumption has been linked to a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes in many people over time. However, that doesn't mean coffee is a treatment for diabetes, and it certainly doesn't replace healthy eating, physical activity, or prescribed medications. The real difference often comes from how you drink your coffee. A plain cup of black coffee is very different from a large flavored coffee loaded with sugar, sweet syrups, whipped cream, and high-calorie creamers. Those added ingredients can cause blood sugar to rise much more quickly and may work against your health goals. If you already have diabetes or prediabetes, it's a good idea to check how your body responds to coffee and discuss your routine with your healthcare provider. Small daily habits, repeated over months and years, often have a bigger impact than most people realize. And that's exactly why understanding coffee's effect on your heart is just as important as understanding its effect on blood sugar.
But blood sugar is only part of the picture. One of the strongest and most consistent areas of coffee research focuses on another vital organ, your liver. And what scientists have found over the years may surprise you.
When it comes to coffee and long-term health, one organ stands out more than almost any other: the liver. Over the years, researchers have consistently found that people who drink coffee in moderation often have a lower risk of certain liver problems compared with those who don't drink coffee at all. While scientists are still studying exactly why this happens, many believe coffee's natural antioxidants and plant compounds may help support normal liver function. Your liver works around the clock. It helps process nutrients, filters waste from your bloodstream, and plays a key role in keeping your body balanced. As we grow older, protecting this hardworking organ becomes even more important.
That said, coffee is not a cure for liver disease. If you have hepatitis, cirrhosis, fatty liver disease, or any other liver condition, always follow your doctor's treatment plan. Think of coffee as one possible part of a healthy lifestyle, not a replacement for medical care. And while your liver quietly works behind the scenes, there's another organ that many people worry about every day: your heart. For years, coffee was blamed for heart problems, but modern research tells a much more interesting story.
For decades, many people believed coffee was bad for the heart. But today's research paints a very different picture. Let's separate the old myths from what scientists actually know.
For years, coffee was unfairly given a bad reputation when it came to heart health. Many people were told that every cup could raise blood pressure, strain the heart, or increase the risk of heart disease. But modern research has revealed a much more balanced picture. For most healthy adults, drinking coffee in moderation does not appear to increase the risk of heart disease and may even be associated with certain heart health benefits. That doesn't mean everyone should drink as much coffee as they want. Some people are more sensitive to caffeine than others. If your heart races after a cup of coffee, if you experience irregular heartbeats, or if your doctor has advised you to limit caffeine, it's important to follow that advice. Your body always deserves the final say. Another important factor is timing. Drinking coffee late in the afternoon or evening may interfere with sleep, and poor sleep itself is linked to higher risks of heart problems over time. That's why enjoying your coffee earlier in the day is often a smarter choice for many seniors. But keeping your heart healthy is only one piece of the puzzle. Many older adults are just as concerned about protecting their memory and keeping their minds sharp as they age. Let's see what researchers have discovered about coffee and brain health. What if your morning cup of coffee could do more than wake you up? Scientists have been exploring whether it may also help support memory and healthy brain aging. Here's what the evidence suggests. As we get older, many of us begin to worry about memory. Misplacing the car keys, forgetting a familiar name, or walking into a room and wondering why we went there can feel frustrating. While occasional forgetfulness is a normal part of aging, researchers have been exploring whether your daily cup of coffee may play a role in supporting long-term brain health. Coffee contains caffeine, along with several natural plant compounds that may help support alertness and mental performance. Some long-term studies have found that people who drink moderate amounts of coffee may have a lower risk of cognitive decline compared with those who rarely drink it. However, it's important to remember that these studies show an association. They do not prove that coffee prevents dementia or Alzheimer's disease. Keeping your brain healthy involves much more than what's in your coffee cup. Regular physical activity, quality sleep, social interaction, mentally stimulating activities, and a balanced diet all work together to support healthy aging. So if coffee has a place in your routine, enjoy it as part of a healthy lifestyle, not as a magic solution. And speaking of routines, the way you prepare your coffee may be just as important as the coffee itself. Let's look at the best brewing methods, timing, and amount for seniors. Now that we've explored what coffee may do for your body and mind, let's answer one practical question every senior should know. What's the best way to prepare coffee? When should you drink it? And how much is enough? By now, you know that coffee can be part of a healthy lifestyle. But here's something many people overlook. How you prepare your coffee can be just as important as whether you drink it. For most seniors, a simple cup of freshly brewed black coffee is often the best choice. Skip the sugary syrups, flavored creamers, and excessive sweeteners whenever possible. These extras can add unnecessary calories and may affect blood sugar, especially if coffee is part of your daily routine. Timing matters too. Drinking coffee in the morning or early afternoon is generally a better option than having it late in the day. As we age, caffeine may stay in the body longer, and an evening cup could interfere with sleep. Poor sleep doesn't just leave you feeling tired. It can also affect memory, mood, heart health, and overall well-being.
And what about the amount? For many healthy adults, 1 to 3 cups a day can fit into a balanced lifestyle. But the right amount depends on your overall health, medications, and how your body responds to caffeine. If you notice shakiness, anxiety, a racing heartbeat, or trouble sleeping, it may be time to reduce your intake. Now that we've covered the best way to enjoy coffee, let's look at one ingredient that has been getting a lot of attention lately: cloves. Are they really worth adding to your morning cup?
Cloves have been used in traditional cooking and natural remedies for centuries. But can adding them to your coffee actually provide meaningful health benefits? Or is it just another popular trend? Let's take a closer look at what science says. Now, let's talk about the ingredient that's been getting so much attention lately: cloves. For centuries, cloves have been used in traditional cooking and herbal practices. And modern science has identified their main natural compound, eugenol, which has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. That's one reason some people enjoy adding a single clove or a small pinch of ground clove to their coffee. The flavor is warm, slightly sweet, and aromatic. More importantly, many people find that it adds a pleasant twist to their morning routine without needing extra sugar. However, it's important to keep your expectations realistic. Cloves are not a miracle ingredient, and adding them to your coffee won't instantly solve health problems. More is definitely not better. Using too much clove may upset your stomach or interact with certain medications, especially blood thinners. That's why moderation is so important, particularly for older adults with ongoing medical conditions. If you're unsure whether cloves are right for you, it's always best to ask your healthcare provider before making them part of your daily routine. In the end, the healthiest coffee habit isn't about chasing miracle ingredients. It's about making informed, balanced choices that fit your own health needs. Let's wrap everything up with the most important takeaways from today's discussion. So, what have we learned today? The biggest takeaway is that coffee itself isn't the enemy. Your daily habits matter far more than the coffee in your cup. When enjoyed in moderation, prepared simply, and matched to your personal health needs, coffee can be part of a balanced lifestyle for many adults over 60. We've explored how coffee contains natural antioxidants, what current research suggests about blood sugar, liver health, heart health, and brain aging, and why there's no such thing as a miracle ingredient. We also talked about cloves, their natural compound eugenol, their potential benefits, and why using them wisely is far more important than using them excessively. Remember, every person's health journey is different. Always listen to your body, follow your healthcare provider's advice, and make changes one step at a time. Small, consistent habits often create the biggest results over the years. If you found this video helpful, we'd love to hear from you. How do you drink your coffee? Black, with milk? Or have you ever tried adding cloves? Share your experience in the comments below. It may help someone else in our community. And if you enjoy practical, research-based health tips designed especially for adults over 60, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next episode. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay active, and we'll see you in the next video.